Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends in Dharma. Today it is the 27th of November 2022 and it is the first Advent. And yesterday I was posting my weekly inspiration and contemplation on Instagram and Facebook, this time giving a Buddha quote from the Majjhima Nikaya number 10, wishing everyone at the end a wonderful first Advent. Now, one of the commentaries on that said, what does Buddhism have to do with Advent? So my spontaneous answer was, with what in the world Buddhism doesn't have anything to do. I will certainly share some thoughts on Christmas with you a little later in December. But for now, I'd like to give you some ideas on the mentioned question. To be honest, the question, what has Buddhism to do with Advent, made me a little bit sad. Why so? Well, providing that I understood this question right, namely as a rhetorical question aiming at claiming that Buddhism has nothing at all to do with the Christian Advent. This question is evidence of deep misunderstanding or even not understanding of both Christianity and Buddhism. Otherwise, this question would just be a stupid and senseless provocation. Well, this question is the foundation of the separation between Buddhism and Christianity, and we will have to examine if the separation makes sense. Well, what is Advent in Christian tradition? I think I'll keep that short, but it's important to know the one or the other thing about that. Okay, Advent means arrival. It's the arrival of Jesus on what we celebrate as Christmas Eve. Well, I think even in 2022, the one or the other will still know enough about that. What supposedly hardly anybody knows, however, is that the 4 Advent Sundays stand under certain topics, under 4 topics. And the guiding theme of the first one, of the first Advent, at least in Catholic Church, is the apocalypse, the end of the world. Now, let's have a closer look at that. In Buddhism, we talk about samsara. Samsara is the life with all its suffering, old age, sickness, death, pain, grief, lamentation, and despair. This is our worldly life, our life in this world. When samsara comes to an end, and that is the final end, or the final aim in Buddhism, then this is the end of the world. In other words, we are free from worldly suffering and no longer affected by any harm in this world. So we are talking about a metaphoric meaning of the end of the world. And as it were, individual or subjective end of the world. And the moment in which this happens is in Buddhism called Nibbana or Nirvana. Here the true nature of every transient manifestation in the world as bearing as a seed of suffering in it, this vision and insight are revealed. And stunningly, or not at all stunningly, the apocalypse is also called revelation. So both Christianity and Buddhism talk about the end of the world, the exit from samsara, namely by the revelation of the true nature of all manifestation, this leading to Nibbana, or to paradise. This is the end of time. Contemplate this, the end of time. Time is an illusion, and it stops when we reach Nibbana or paradise. If there is no time, then there is no beginning and no end. Agree? If there's no beginning and no end of our lives, we have eternal life. Still agree? So, I think this is enough evidence for the fact that Buddhism and Advent do not exclude each other but belong together in it. Also, for a large number of reasons, it is no use, even dangerous, to separate these two. I will definitely talk about all that in detail in my coming videos on my YouTube channel under the topic ecumenical views. For the moment, I wish you a wonderful first Advent. Stay safe and mindful. I am sending you loads of metta. Have a good time. Ami Tua 4.